How's it going, Shuffle Squad YouTube channel? My name is PrimeTimeWizardTV, and today we're taking a look at a deck I was able to get a first-hand look at because we're trying out Tan Yongxiang's first place winning amazing Rayquaza Lost Box. Yes, one of the biggest Southeast Asian tournaments was held over the weekend, the Pokemon TCG Asia English Open, with almost 200 players in attendance, a lot of which were really world caliber players. That's why it's absolutely amazing that Tan Yongxiang from Singapore was able to sneak a win, especially in a meta full of Lugia V-Stars. So that's why we're going to go ahead and try out his list and see if we can recreate that magic. But before anything, if you like what we do here at the Shuffle Squad, make sure to check the description down below for all our amazing discounts and sponsors. They can definitely help build this deck or any deck you need online or in the field. With that, let's check out the deck list. All right, this is the amazing Rayquaza Lost Box. Let's go ahead and start with the star himself, amazing Rayquaza. I'll absolutely love the art here. The amazing burst attack does 80 damage times the amount of basic energy, or different types of basic energy you discard from this Pokemon, with a grass, lightning, and a fighting as the energy cost. It may seem a little bit tough to power up, but not in the Lost Box deck specifically. We'll go ahead and talk about that in a minute. Another attacker here is going to be the Snorlax with the Unfazed Fat. You prevent all effects of attacks from your opponent's Pokemon done to this Pokemon. That means it's not affected by the Lost Mine on Sableye or the Amazing Destruction on Amazing Eviltal. So very powerful ability there. With the also has the Thumping Snore attack, does 180 damage. Very good damage for sure. This way you can knock out a V-Star by first you're going to attack with a Cramorant and then a Snorlax. The only downside is that you do fall asleep after doing this big attack, and you flip 2 coins instead of 1, and you have to get 2 heads. A very fitting attack here for Snorlax. Another attacker here is going to be, we talked about it earlier, the Cramorant. Lost Provisions. I'm sure we're all familiar with this by now. If you have 4 or more cards in your Lost Zone, Cramorant has no attack cost, so spit instantly for 0 energy, 110. Not too bad. Very good early game attacker, and a late game attacker in Sableye with the Lost Mine attack. If you have 10 or more cards in the Lost Zone, you put 12 damage counters any way you want. Great way to set up the board or possibly take multiple prizes to facilitate that. Oh, we have one more attacker here in the Raikou V with the fleet-footed ability. If it's in your active, draw 1, but I'm pretty sure it's here because of the Lightning Rondo. It does 20 plus 20 for each Pokemon on the bench, but it's important here that it's a lightning type, and you know, what is Lugia V-Star weak to after all? And with that, I think that's all the main attackers. I guess Radiant Greninja is something you can definitely attack with here as well. It's actually one of the most important cards in the deck for sure. With the Concealed Cards ability, you discard an energy, draw 2. Great way to really get through your deck, especially since the deck could be kind of inconsistent if you can't draw into the right cards there. But it also has an attack, Moonlight Shuriken, for 2 water and a colorless, do 90 to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon, maybe do 90 to 2 Archeops, finish them off with a Sableye. That is definitely a play for sure. And with that, I believe now it's only the support Pokemon for Comfey to facilitate the flower selecting to be able to get cards into the Lost Zone and into the hand. 1 Oranguru with the Primate Wisdom to put 1 card into the top of your deck, possibly to send it away to the Lost Zone with Comfey. Maybe put up a Battle VIP Pass there for sure. We're playing 1 Zigzagoon to just add more damage counters on the field, and again try and take multiple prizes with the Sableye, and 1 Manaphy to protect our bench because there's a lot of really small Pokemon here. For the item cards, pretty standard item card list here. 4 Battle VIP Pass, absolutely powerful. We'll love to see it on your first turn. Love to see it with your flower selecting to send it to the Lost Zone for sure. 3 Escape Rope, just to switch in and out of the active. Maybe send a Napoleon V to the bench. That seems good. 2 Fog Crystal, get Psychic Energies and basic Psychic Pokemon. So Comfey, Sableye, you name it, we can get it. And of course, the main way we're going to be able to power up all our different attackers, Mirage Gate. If you have 7 or more cards in the Lost Zone, attach 2 basic energy cards of different types, and that's why, you know, that's how we can facilitate the amazing Rayquaza in this deck, because we are playing a Mirage Gate and multiple different types for sure. We're playing 3 Ordinary Rod, a great way to recycle a lot of our one of attackers, or you know, 1 or 2 of attackers, and a great way to get energy into the deck for sure, and then proceed with a Mirage Gate. We're playing 3 Quick Ball, 4 Scoop Up Net to really get the Comfey chain going, 1 Switch Card, just another Switch card, and heals a little bit, 1 Training Court to get in energy back into our hand as our stadium of choice. For our supporters, we're only playing 7. No gusting options here. We're playing 4 Colress Experiment, draw 5, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, draw 3, and send 2 to the Lost Zone. Great way to fill up your hand and fill up your Lost Zone. And 3 Raihan there, because again, we're very, very small Pokemon. Your opponent's probably gonna get a knockout every single turn. That means we can play Raihan to just accelerate energy from our discard pile and get anything we want from the deck. Could be a Mirage Gate for sure. Playing 1 air balloon just to give Comfey a free retreat. Great to have a pivot for sure. And for our energy lineup, we're playing 2 fighting, 2 leaf, 2 lightning, 2 psychic, and 3 water. And yeah, I absolutely love how colorful this deck is. And honestly, I can see the power. I saw the power actually firsthand of amazing Rayquaza, and I really, really do want to see if we can get some wins. With that, let's get to the games. All right, we do have a game on our hands here. Hopefully, oh, Tails never fails though. No, but we did win the coin flip. Yes, hopefully we do go first. We want to be able to get a couple of cards into the Lost Zone before playing our supporter. I'm not gonna play. I'm not gonna complain. Excuse me. Getting 1 Battle VIP Pass is pretty good. Getting 2 is absolutely amazing. 3, I think it might be a little overkill, but I'll take it. I guess we have all the gusts in the world. Did I see a Jolteon? Excuse me. Was that a Jolteon VMAX? I really hope the Manaphy isn't prized in this scenario then. All right, we'll go Battle VIP Pass. We'll grab ourselves 2 Comfeys. And you know what? We're going to go do it again. We'll grab ourselves the Manaphy and the Oranguru. And I actually don't think we need the last one here. But I think I might as well use it. Let's see. I could possibly get another Comfey. Get 3 into rotation. That doesn't seem too bad, actually. Go ahead and grab another Comfey. I'm going to go ahead and use Primate Wisdom, putting back the Quick Ball into the deck. And we're going to go ahead and use the Escape Rope to get the Comfey into the active. And since we know we have a Quick Ball in the top, we can go ahead and send that to the Lost Zone. Take the Escape Rope for sure. We'll use a Scoop Up Net to reset this Comfey. Go into this Comfey, and now we're going to get the train going here. I was going to say, all I really wanted was the Colress Experiment. But having to give up an amazing Rayquaza does hurt. We do have 1 in play. Maybe we can survive with just 1 for sure. This one is going to be very, very important. We have multiple ways to recur the amazing Rayquaza. I just really, really didn't want to get stuck after 1 Comfey here. I'm going to use the Fog Crystal. Just grab a Psychic Energy. Attach the Psychic Energy to the Comfey and just retreat. I'm trying to get through get to the Ray as fast as possible here. Oh, I just realized I think our Radiant Greninja is prized. Yeah, I definitely should have gotten that if it was in there, but I believe it was prized. If not, I might have just missed it, because that's definitely something that should have been on the bench there. All right, looks like my opponent here is playing a Sableye and Jolteon VMAX. If you guys aren't familiar with Jolteon VMAX, it does 100 damage to the active and 100 to the bench. 100 damage to a Pokemon with damage counters on the bench. No, they're gonna hit us with a Marnie after I really, really tried hard to get the Colress Experiment. There's still 4 in the deck, so pretty good chances that we'll draw into one of them, but unfortunately we do not. We still have a Comfey, we have a draw for turn. We're gonna see a couple of cards here, and they haven't gotten the Jolteon just yet. So if I can get a Cramorant and just start knocking out some Sobbles, I think that would be great. So this is one of those scenarios. Maybe I should have held on to the Quick Ball, or maybe established it very, very early, right? I did opt for the Oranguru just to get the more targeted flower selecting. But yeah, maybe this should have been a Cramorant. That's also why I didn't bench the third Comfey. Oh, yes, that's right. I did get 3 Comfeys. The third Comfey maybe should have been a Cramorant. But yeah, that's why I didn't re-bench the third Comfey, was really to leave space for an attacker. Okay. Never punished. All right, we'll go ahead and use flower selecting. Get the Colress's experiment. Not too bad. Not too bad. We have 4 cards in the Lost Zone. Now we'll go ahead and use this. Probably should have used the Guru, but this should be fine. I'll take it to Sableye, to Snorlax, and another Colress. That seems good to me. If we can start hitting with the Sableye soon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we can do it pretty soon. But right now, we're just going to go ahead and quick ball away the Raikou V. Grab ourselves a Cramorant, and we're just going to start taking knockouts on Sobbles. The Cramorant too is not in any danger because I don't think they can take a knockout next turn. We'll go ahead and Primate Wisdom the Colress experiment to the top of the deck to protect us from another Marnie here, and we're going to go ahead and spit innocently for 110 damage, taking a knockout there on the Sobble. And yeah, the Cramorant is pretty safe because, again, if they're playing Jolteon VMAX, it's a stage 1. And there's no Jolteon yet on the field. Well, there's the first one. Absolutely love the alt art here. This is the promo alt art for the Jolteon V. And it should be able to attack starting next turn. But yeah, again, so we should be able to take at least one more free prize. And potentially, we could one-hit knock out a Jolteon VMAX. Take 3 prizes from there. And from there, it's just one more prize to go, right? We could even potentially try and attack with a Sableye, sneak in a Sableye, try and knock out both Sobbles, or if I could draw into the Radiant Greninja. In fact, if I could get Radiant Greninja, take a knockout on a Drizzle and a Sobble, that would be great, and then just go for a Jolteon VMAX the next turn. And yeah, since we have Colress in the active, I feel very, very safe, unless, of course, they play something like Judge. Wouldn't be too surprised if they do play something like Judge, because I've seen Mew List lately, like the Control Mew List definitely started playing the Judge card there, because it's a huge difference when it's shuffle, put your hand in the bottom, or shuffle the cards into your deck. That definitely randomizes your deck. That means the safety Colress I put on top gets shuffled in there. Oh, we're gonna see a Luminion here with the Luminous Sign ability. They're going to be able to find themselves a supporter. If I had to guess again, it's going to be the Marnie, unless, again, they have Judge. They will be able to Thunder Spear. They can only Thunder Spear the Comfey in the active if they get an energy. And from there, I might just try and take a knockout with the Rayquaza then, if I can. Yes, after the Marnie, luckily, we do have the Colress on top of the deck there. We most likely will. If this Jolteon stays in the active, we will hit with the amazing burst. They do attach a speed lightning energy there. The special lightning energy, if attached to a lightning Pokemon, they draw 2 cards. Not a bad card, and they're going to go ahead and Thunder Spear. But again, they cannot hit the Manaphy because it is protected on the bench. We're going to go ahead and use the Colress's experiment. Grab the energies and the Raihan. That seems fine. Training Court seems good too, though. Maybe we'll grab the Training Court. With that should be just enough. We'll use Primate Wisdom to put back the grass into the deck. What? Okay, we'll go ahead and use Mirage Gate here. Get the grass and the lightning energy. Attach it to the Rayquaza. Let's see. Again, probably not in any danger. I can just overload this Rayquaza. Grab this and this. Put it onto the Ray. And yeah, that is it. Yeah, the writing was on the wall there. We're going to take a knockout on a multiple prize Pokemon. That was pretty early. I think that was turn 3 when we were able to do that. And we were... If that was a VMAX... Again, if that was a VMAX... we would have taken the knockout anyway. So I was kind of hoping they were able to set up. Let's go ahead and see if we can find another game here. All right, we do have a game in our hands here. Hopefully we can go first. Tails never fails. And yes, we do. All right, we're going to be able to go first here, trying to get a couple of cards into the Lost Zone. Really facilitate some attacks here. Opening hand's pretty good. Starting a Comfey Battle VIP Pass, always a good time. Hopefully we can draw into something like a Colress on the following turn, though. Up against Lugia. All right. Again, this is one of the best decks in format, so always glad to be playing against it. That means if your deck can win against Lugia, you know you have a good deck. We're going to go ahead and grab the Radiant Greninja and another Comfey here. And now we're going to go ahead and select some flowers. Yeah. As much as I don't like sending a Colress to the Lost Zone, not much of a choice there, but glad to have a Colress in hand. We'll go ahead and use Comfey again. I think here I do want the energy instead of another Fog Crystal for sure. So we can use Radiant Greninja. Something I do want to get is possibly another way to... I want a Battle VIP Pass. I want to put a Guru, get a Guru, put the Colress on top just to really protect it. Amazing Ray or the Lightning Energy. I think here I do want the Lightning Energy since we have one Rayquaza already in hand anyway. And you know what? You know what? As much as I maybe shouldn't be doing this, I'm going to threaten the Raikou, right? Just in case, yeah, it's not like I can attack with the amazing Rayquaza anytime soon. This way, I'm just saying, hey, you know what? I have it in hand. I mean, I have the Raikou ready. You need to set up a second Lugia V-Star here. Yeah, it's always scary to bench these two prize Pokemon in a, you know, in any matchup, right? Typically, you want to bench it when you're about to get the attack. But I had the Lightning Energy, I had the Raikou. This way, I'm only looking for another energy to be able to attack this next turn. And maybe, you know, throw my opponent off a little bit, you know? Scare them that, hey, you know what? You need to set up a second Lugia. Or maybe even a Dunsparce. Dunsparce is going to do it. Dunsparce, again, with the Mysterious Net ability, both Pokemon, all colorless Pokemon in play have no weakness. So this definitely helps the Lugia out. And the Stoutland, speaking of pressure, this doggy is putting up a lot of it. Not quite sure what we want to do on this next turn now. I could still potentially take a knockout with a Rayquaza. Maybe now that they feel a little bit safe, right? Maybe they feel a little bit safe that, you know what, I have the Dunsparce. Maybe they don't find a second Lugia. Yeah, looks like they're going to find another Archeops here. They haven't quite played a supporter just yet, but grabbing the Archeops in hand, playing the Serena, that means we do get to keep their hand. They discard two Archeopses. If they don't bench another Lugia, I could potentially take a knockout on this Lugia V. There's 3 cards in the Lost Zone. If I Comfey once, twice, and this Colress, and get a couple of Mirage Gates, we should be able to take a knockout on the Lugia. Unfortunately, Escape Rope is... I should have kept the Switch Cart. Definitely should have kept the Switch Cart. But that should be fine. I could also drop the Cramorant. If I have to play the Escape Rope anyway, I'm going to drop the Cramorant, try and threaten the Dunsparce, so they might go into the Stoutland a little bit early. And then from there, maybe I can switch into the raid, just take a knockout on the Stoutland. That seems fine as well. But let's see here. They do find the Evolution Incense that will find them another Archeops, interestingly enough. Maybe they already have the Lugia V-Star in hand. They're just thinning out the deck now, and they're just going to go ahead and read the wind, discarding that Archeops, drawing 3 cards. Only Lugia V the active. Again, if we can take this knockout, we can win the game here. And you know what? I'm just going to scare them. We're going to drop the Rayquaza. Be like, maybe you made a little bit a mistake there. I mean, Stoutland, again, very scary card. A lot of pressure. If I can find some Mirage Gates here. Scoop Up Net. We'll take the Colress. We'll take the Sableye. All right. No Mirage Gate just yet. We'll use this Flower Selecting. There's 1. I believe I need 2 to make this happen. Go ahead and use the Scoop Up Net. And yeah, we'll go ahead and use Flower Selecting. Got a Guru that can dig 1 deeper here. So now there's 7. I think just in case, I will Mirage Gate now. Get this and this. Scare them a little bit. And I don't have the energy. I don't have the energy to really attack with this Rayquaza. I just needed 1 more energy. Oh, I should have used the Guru first. Try and draw into the energy, because if we get one more, we should be able to take a knockout on a Lugia. But I did make the deck a little bit thinner. You know, took out a couple of energies there. We're gonna go ahead and see if we can get it. Primate Wisdom. Can we find the energy card? One card here. Oh, that's not the right one though. We need a lightning energy. I still have Radiant Greninja. This will draw me 2 cards, but we know one of them. That's a water energy. That's not going to cut it either. Looks like we're not going to get the knockout here, unfortunately. Yeah, it looks like we're just not going to take the knockout. We're going to drop the Cram. And you know what? Let's see. What do you give us? If they give us this, they could give us the Stoutland. But, you know, there's still the Rayquaza. Like, maybe I'm still bluffing. You know, maybe I do have the lightning energy to facilitate the attack. But again, I don't mind taking the knockout on the Dunsparce here. So we will have a game. They will be able to at least get the Pokemon they need out. They're going to be able to get the Archeops using the Prime. They'll be able to use Primal Turbo. But again, we had the opportunity to win the game this turn. They did give us the Dunsparce. This opens up a lot of possibilities here. And yes. Oh, you know what? I could have picked up the Radiant Greninja. Oh, but then I wouldn't have a way to retreat anyway. So here, I'm just going to attach to the Raikou. That should be fine. And we're going to spit innocently. We're going to take 1 prize here, but it's 1 prize on the Dunsparce. Now the Raikou can take a knockout on the Lugia V-Star if we choose to. But they're probably going to go into the Stoutland here, just attach 4 powerful energy. If they have 4 powerful energy in the deck, they will be able to take 2 prizes on my Cramorant. I'll take 2 back, though, with the Rayquaza, the amazing Rayquaza. And technically, they'll be ahead in prizes, because we do have a Raikou V on the bench. A little bit scary there. Is there a way for me to... No, but yeah, there we go. We're going to see the Primal Turbo attaching 2 powerful energies to the Stoutland. Powerful energy, again, if this is attached to a colorless Pokemon, it buffs up the damage by 20. So, and then Double Dip Fangs does 40 damage for 3 colorless. But if you knock out a basic Pokemon, you take an extra prize card. And 4 powerless plus the 40, that's 120 damage, enough to take a knockout there on my Cramorant. If they even boss up the Rayquaza, that might be a little tough. That's definitely something they can do here. They could Ultra Ball for maybe the Luminion, take a knockout that way. Could be very scary. Again, we don't play any gusting options, actually. That's pretty bad. That means this Raikou can only take a knockout on a Lugia V-Star when they choose to attack with the Lugia V-Star, and they could potentially not do that. They do hit us with a Marnie as well. We had a pretty good grip in hand, but you know, Marnie isn't boss, so I'll definitely take that. There's the lightning energy we need, so we definitely take a knockout on this Stoutland this next turn. They're going to go ahead and use Primal Turbo. They probably had the powerful energies in hand earlier, so Marnie putting it back to the bottom of the deck, making sure that they can use the Archeops to take that knockout. And yeah, we're just going to have to go into the amazing Rayquaza. Double Dip Fangs going up, 2 prizes. Definitely don't like that, but I think we could still win the prize race here. We'll go into the Rayquaza. We'll go Primate Wisdom, the Battle VIP Pass to the top of the deck. And we'll go ahead and use Colress Experiment, making sure, you know, easiest choice in the world here. Send 2 Battle VIP Passes to the discard pile. Will you attach to the Rayquaza? We use concealed cards on the Radiant Greninja. A couple of cards there. Nothing in particular I need, though. I would love to see... maybe a Rod would be nice, but we'll go ahead and use Amazing Burst here. Take the knockout on the Stoutland, go down to 3 prize. I think we still should be ahead, right? We should definitely still be ahead in the prize race here. As long as we can take knockouts back to back to back. We have Raikou V to really take a knockout on the Lugia V-Star or the Archeops. But again, I mean, we should be able to win as long as we take this knockout. We have to be able to take a knockout on the Lugia V-Star. Because if not... Yeah, okay, it looks like they are going to promote it there. If we miss this knockout, they can technically win the prize trade. Because we're the ones with the multiple prize Pokemon. Again, Raikou definitely maybe wasn't the best play. They're going to play the Luminion here. Luminion, again, with the Luminous Sign ability, able to find themselves a supporter. Finding the Serena. So they might just go ahead and try and take a knockout on the Raikou, forcing me to... It's really forcing me here, forcing my hand to be able to attack with the amazing Rayquaza again to take 2 prizes. And I think our hand definitely can facilitate that, right? So this is not a bad position at all. They're going to be able to take 2 prizes. We'll take 2, go down the 1 though, and be able to win the next turn. Yeah, that's 200. Excuse me. I was like, I for a second there, I thought Raikou had 210 or 220, which is pretty normal for a V. But this is a little bit weaker. So the double turbo energy there on the Lugia V-Star makes it perfect. Perfect 200. And since, again, they weren't able to disrupt our hand, we can Raihan into the Rayquaza. Try and maybe find a Rod back the energy. We definitely have the knockout here on the Lugia. So we're slowly closing out the game here. Go into the Rayquaza. We did get the Rod as well. I'm just going to go ahead and use the Rod now. We'll do both. We'll shuffle in the Raikou just in case they play something like an Echoing Horn. We'll put back the Cram as well. And let's put back the... Sorry, the Fighting and the Lightning. Yes, the Fighting and the Lightning. And we'll go use Raihan as well. So if we put Fighting and the Lightning back into the deck, that means Grass is the one we're going to be attaching. See what we need. Don't need that much. Those are the only 2 energies in the deck. Might grab... We already have Sableye, right? We don't have Sableye, so I could grab that. It doesn't take a knockout on anything, though, so I think Rod is the right choice here. We'll go use the Mirage Gate. And that is all the... That's 240, so we need 1 more attachment. I'm going to go ahead and drop the Training Court. Use Radiant Greninja to discard the Water Energy just to draw 2 cards. And since we already do have the Training Court, we can just grab energy here. Again, this is energy we are going to be discarding, though. From here, not quite sure what we need. We could power up the Radiant Greninja, so I will... Primate Wisdom the Raihan to make sure we have a supporter for next turn. Quick Ball is great though, but we can't use it now because we put Raihan on top. And yeah, we're just going to go ahead and Amazing Burst here, taking the knockout on the Lugia V-Star, going down to 1 prize. Again, we were able to win the prize trade there just because we took 2 multi-prize knockouts. And as well as the first knockout turn. Now they can only take 1, right? There's no way for them to take 2 prizes on this last turn here. Unless they play a way to get back to Stoutland. Potentially Thornton. Not gonna lie, I did see a Thornton player in the Asia Open, which was very, very interesting. They were able to win a game thanks to the Thornton. But yeah, they can just attack here. Maybe retreat to an Archeops, as we don't have a clear way to knock out an Archeops. We can knock out the Radiant Charizard if they go into that because of Radiant Greninja. But yeah, overall, this isn't the worst play. And 150 HP. If they can drop, maybe Lugia V would be the better Pokemon to hide behind. But let's see what they decide to go into. Again, if they go into the Charizard, we would have the knockout. If Archeops, we're going to have to work for it. Looks like they do go into the Archeops. Okay, now we just have to find ourselves 1 more knockout. I feel fairly comfortable that we should be able to get this knockout. It's just a matter of with what Pokemon. I'm pretty sure we still have the Snorlax in deck. Here, I'm just going to go ahead and use the Ordinary Rod first anyway. We'll do both just in case. Again, I definitely... First things first, you should always do your deck check, ladies and gentlemen, to make sure you know exactly what you have to play with. But I think we should be able to power up a Rayquaza here. We'll go quick ball away the Battle VIP Pass. We have the Snorlax. Might as well just grab that. Or the Raikou. The Raikou is probably the better play here. Yeah, 100%. Raikou is the play. So we don't really... we had it. We had the Raihan too. Go ahead and use Raihan. Attach the Lightning Energy to the Raikou. Grab ourselves the Mirage Gate. And we'll Mirage Gate here. Attach these two. Attach one to the Comfey, one to the Raikou. This should be enough. 20 times 5, 120. This is weak to lightning. Go ahead and retreat here. And yeah, we can flip Fluted just cause. Yeah, definitely didn't need to do that. We'll go ahead and Lightning Rondo for the knockout, just showing that we have multiple ways to still go through the deck. And yeah, with that, very, very commanding win there against Lugia V-Star. We had a potential to win on the first turn, and even if we missed that, I felt fairly comfortable with all the plays we were able to make there. Maybe not benching the Raikou V would have helped, but it definitely put in the pressure. It definitely made them sweat a little bit. But so yeah, good game to my opponent there, and yeah, quick deck. With that, that was Tan Yongshang's first place winning amazing Rayquaza Lost Box. Final thoughts. Honestly, I think Tan Yongshang was able to really pilot this deck to the best of his capabilities to win that tournament, and it's an amazing deck. It really is. At first, I was a little bit skeptical. We were able to cover Amazing Rayquaza not too long ago in this very channel. I'm glad to be able to revisit it now, and I think it's absolutely powerful. It's Amazing Rayquaza definitely covers what Lost Box is missing. It's missing like big damage output. Lost Box is typically known for great spread damage, great early damage, great spread damage, able to take multiple prizes, especially with the Sableye. But sometimes, you know, some decks have been able to play around that by playing some healing, just playing big Pokemon like Duraludon VMAX has been seeing some resurgent hyper potions. That like those plays would lose Lost Box games, but Amazing Rayquaza covers that weakness very, very well. So I think this deck is great. I highly recommend trying it out for sure. You can definitely sneak in some wins. But yeah, again, guys, if you like what we do here at the Shuffle Squad, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get notified when new videos do come out. Again, my name is PrimeTimeWizardTV. I'll see you all next time.
The Shuffle Squad is proudly sponsored by Atlas Collectibles, the best place to buy any trading card game product online. Visit atlastcg.com and at the checkout screen, make sure to use code TSS12 to save an unbeatable 12% off your entire order. Atlas Collectibles will ship your product anywhere in the world, so make sure you're taking advantage of the 12% savings with TSS12. And if Pokemon is not your thing, don't worry. Go to atlastcg.com and see all the other amazing trading card game products they have there to offer.
The Shuffle Squad is partnered with PTCGO Store to provide our community with the best access to Pokemon TCG codes. They have codes available 24/7, instant email delivery, and you can save 5% off by using code TSS5. If you're a YouTube member or Patreon supporter, you'll have access to a special code that gets you 10% off. So what are you waiting for? Use code TSS5 today and save 5% on your next order of codes on any codes available at PTCGOstore.com.
Pokéx Word, the best place to get your fill of Pokemon-inspired puzzles. New puzzles are posted every day, and they recently launched a new Guess That Pokemon puzzle, which is a ton of fun to play. Go check them out at PokéXWord.com and be sure to follow them on Twitter for your chance to win a ton of PTCGO codes every month.
Check out the Late Night Series Season 6, brought to you by myself, Zach Lesage, and the Shuffle Squad. We're going to be running a bunch of sick events for the Pokemon community, and they start on August 30th. So one thing you might be noticing here is that there's an EU time and an NA time. We have one at 12 p.m. Eastern, which works out to about 5 p.m. in London, and then we have one at 7 p.m. Eastern, which should help out a lot of players on the West Coast play in this event. That being said, we still have a lot of cool things going on. Expect similar prizing that we've had for other Late Night Series events. Expect better staffing, expect better tournament experiences, And of course, we do have a stream going up for this season as well, and I will be streaming the event on Twitch. That being said, we have the whole season up on the Play Limitless website. Late Night 51 all the way through 70 runs until we hit the Invitational on November 5th. So check that out, sign up today, and support Zach Lesage events and the Shuffle Squad. See you there.